Well, the guns, lights, a helicopter and people shouting down on the bloody ground. It wasn't quite the night out that a South London rock band had in mind as they packed up after a gig in Staffordshire. Now police have apologised unreservedly to The Thirst, who were arrested in an armed swoop by dozens of officers and then held in custody for more than 12 hours. It turned out council's CCTV operators mistakenly thought they'd spotted a handgun. Andrew Thomas has been talking to The Thirst about what happened.
They're back in their South London rehearsal rooms now, but last Saturday The Thirst, rising stars on the indie circuit, were, in the eyes of the police, potential terrorists. After a gig at this pub in Staffordshire, members of the band were loading their van in a nearby car park when they were swooped.
Well, it felt like we was in a Hollywood film set, you know, I mean, choppers around me, I had dogs by my legs. It was a very scary situation to be in.
It was scary. It was scary. But as you said, it was like
it was just a shock. Yeah. Initially,
surreal to come out.
It was very surreal. We didn't realise what had happened until we was handcuffed, and then I felt safer when I was handcuffed because I thought, right, you can't shoot me now.
As the band had arrived at the pub, an operator looking at a CCTV feed had seen them unloading their Range Rover and had reported them acting suspiciously. Crucially, they had also reported seeing a gun.
So we finished the set, the crowd was like, yeah, they had a good time. We started loading up, and then bam, it was just boom.
I mean, and like while we was getting arrested, there was fans coming out from the venue and being like, what are you doing? But obviously they got the same treatment we did. I see people, women just thrown on the floor and put the gun to their head and just get back, and after a while that stopped. No one was coming out of the venue anymore.
The band were held in cells for more than 12 hours, their DNA taken before they were eventually released without charge the next morning.
You could see we were outsiders. Look at us, look at our hair and everything. You could see that we're outsiders from the town, but I don't see why they would give them the grounds to assume that we're possessing a firearm.
We played all over England, everywhere, and we've had some looks, but we've never had 30 police officers screaming at us with guns, you know, so...
Staffordshire police have issued an unreserved apology to the band and said all their DNA samples will be destroyed. In a statement they added,
"The call from the CCTV staff was made in good faith. However, a review of our own officers' involvement in these events is now being conducted."
The Thirst are currently unsigned. This sort of attention, not all bad.
You've got to try and make a positive out of negative, always.
We might have even gained some of the police officers. They might be fans
now. You never know.
They'd looked us up on YouTube while I was sitting in the cell. So.
Exactly.
The first thing we had when we came out was like, oh yeah, I just saw you on YouTube, you lot are really good.
Well, they got some exposure now. Tonight's breaking news.